Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. This is Back to Basics, a simple dungeon crawl. We got four generic characters using maze rats. All in this one sheet. I will use maze rats for the tables occasionally, and we will be following the rules to an extent. So, with that in mind, there will be a trait I will take from Savage Worlds, and what that will be is bennies. So typically, each character gets 3 bennies. So I am at the moment using these Nuka-Cola caps, 3 per character. I'm sorry, 2 per character. So the 2, 4, 6, and then 8. We'll be using these for rerolls, soaking damage. That's basically it. Maybe some story hacks, we'll see. Okay, let's begin. Now, where do we start? What I have on the side is some Oracle dice. These will be helping us throughout this adventure. I got some arrows to represent directions if we need, and depending on the moment, we will use this Oracle dice, the Oracle die I've used before. Sometimes I use my D100 Oracle, or I use this one, which I got recently. And we will be using these dice to represent our team and enemy health. So, let's begin now. The first room will be the entrance, so we will start at the very bottom here of the map. We're right here. This is a 20 by 20 dungeon, so fairly small, not very big. And let's figure out the size of this first room. Let's do D4s for this. So basically, I will use a red D4, which is going to be from left to right, and then blue D4 is up and down. So it's 4 squares tall, 2 squares wide. So let's see. We'll do 2 squares wide and then 4 squares tall, like so. As far as door placement, I'm just going to guess there's a door here and there's a door here. Our team enters. We have the 4 members here. They enter the main entrance. And the style of roleplay will be very minimalistic, simple. Not much on details or environmental factors. They enter this first room. This is going to be room 1. Just keep track of the rooms up here. We have room 1, square. Depending on what we encounter, I will detail things in this area of the sheet. And we have to figure out what exactly happens here. As a procedure, I will probably ask the same questions each time we enter a new room. Do we encounter any traps? We don't. Nay or yay? Nay or A? We don't. Okay. Oh, A is yes. We do. Okay, sorry. A is yes. We do encounter a trap. All right. The trap, we have to roll basically a saving throw for each character. And in Maze Rats, it's typically a 10. So let's grab our 2d6 here. And this will be, the first one will be for Clovis. So let's use dexterity. Obviously, they're trying to dodge the trap, whatever the trap may be. All right, 2, failed roll with that's a 4. He fails. So let's spend, we could spend a Benny, or we can just have him take 1 HP damage right off the bat. I have given him 4. You know what? Actually, he's a thief. So his specialty is speed, being good on his feet. So I'm going to let him roll advantage. 3d6 plus the 2 dexterity. Let's roll for Clovis. He's our thief. This will be a good moment to introduce the characters. Okay, so even without the +2 on the stat, he's able to avoid the trap. Now we have Finn. He's our fighter. So I'm going to write down that there was a trap here, or let's do this. This is well, we know it's the entrance. So I'll just write down trap. That's a check mark means yes. Next is Finn. He's our fighter, and he has +2 in strength. So we're going to roll with just 2d6. We're going for that 10. Two, that's so 2, 4, 6. That's a fail. So he takes 1 HP damage. All right. Next is Silas. He's our barbarian. These are classes that are not in Maze Rats. These are just from, other fantasy games, fantasy RPGs. He also has +2 strength. You know what? I forgot to consider armor. So let's rewind just one step and let's roll damage for the trap. I forgot about that. So we have AC of 6, just called armor maze rats, but I labeled it as AC. Let's see what happens to Finn, the fighter. 9. He does take just 1 damage because his AC is 8. Okay, so that does stay consistent with our last roll. Next is going to be Silas. He's our barbarian. He doesn't have any dexterity, but he has strength, so he's going to tank it like Finn did as a fighter. +2 strength on this roll. Okay, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not enough. So he unfortunately. Oh wait, that's actually 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, that's a not successful. We maintain the danger level of 10. So now we're rolling damage for the trap, which is usually 2d6. Okay, he's fine. The armor he's wearing, which is light armor shield, and his natural durability soaks the damage. Then we'll do a saving throw for Jasper. Jasper is the magic user in Maze Rats. He has this current spell, Summoning Blast, which I will let him keep for until he obviously uses it based on Maze Rats rules. Otherwise, he just has an enchanted rope, which is a made custom item as armor +1, and a staff for his weapon. He actually carries all the useful items because the other items rolled up were random. They are completely random. He actually, I chose his items, medicine, rope, and torches, the useful things. So we're rolling his saving throw. Now he has dexterity +1, but his willpower is +2. So I think he saw it coming because he's the smartest one in the team, in the party. I'm going to let him do an advantage. So we'll choose the highest roll, +2 on the willpower. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is unfortunately not going to clear that 10. So he takes 7 AC and luckily takes no damage. All right, so his enchanted robe protected him. All right, so they avoid the trap. Only one took damage was Finn, the fighter. Now we got to roll for encounter. Let's see if there's an encounter on the first room. Yes, there is. Okay. Now there's also this die. I forgot I actually have this custom die for encounter. So let's ignore the last roll. Let's roll this encounter die. It is telling us persons. Okay, so not an enemy per se, but there is someone who is trapped, who is imprisoned here. So there's an individual right here who is tied up, and he is a commoner chained up to the corner. We're going to save him. So let's do this. I'm trying to think of a way to tally up experience for just the general play. Let's look at Maze Rats regarding the threshold for each level up regarding experience points. which I think is on the first page of the book. Looks like show up to the game, you get 1 XP. Overcome a difficult challenge, you get 2 XP. And then overcame an impressive challenge beyond their expectation was 3 XP. You don't count gold as you would in OSR games when collecting and gaining experience. So this is more of a summary at the end of the game itself. So let's not award anything just yet. All right, so they're going to free this person here. He says, I have gold. So our team walks up to him. There's no encounter here. The encounter is actually the person. They free him. This commoner thanks them and leaves this dungeon. Walks out. And they all get 10 gold pieces for helping. 10 gold pieces. Okay, now let's roll the arrow as far as where they want to go. Oops, which direction? Let's roll again because that doesn't actually, that's not a direction. Okay, let's just say they want to go north. So they're going to approach this doorway here. Is this door locked? In doubt, meaning it is unlocked. They doubt it's locked, but it could be trapped. So they attempt to, let's see who can spot the trap this time before I just instigate it. And let's see who notices the trap first. 2. Okay, so Finn sees the trap first. Finn is going to attempt to disarm it. He will use his willpower. This is going to be obviously the 10 threshold. Oh, wow, he just gets it. 10. He disarms the trap, so it's safe. And the door opens to reveal the next room. Let's do the usual D4s. Okay, so 2-2. It's just a square. All right, good. It's just a square. So we have another room like so. 2 by 2. And there's a doorway right here. That's it. So let's do a check for a trap or just an encounter. I think I'll do a trap if I remember to every other room. So this is room 2. There's no encounter here. Room 2. Let's see. Making that line straight. Better. Okay, so encounter. Let's figure out if we see one. We'll do the usual this die here. There is an encounter here. It is deadly. Oh gosh. Okay, so they stumbled onto a creature that is rather dangerous. So we have a deadly encounter, which is not great, but it's just one. I'm not gonna have them up against a creature of or a horde of enemies. So let me find a way to track how difficult this creature is depending on its AC. So let's say its AC is the usual 6, which is default, but its HP is going to be 6. That's pretty much how simple it is to make enemies monsters in this game. All right, so we will roll for initiative to see who goes first. This will be based on the highest dexterity of our team, who is going to be Clovis, our thief. Rolling dexterity. Okay, it's a tie. So I will say tiebreakers go to the player characters, so we go first. And this will be Clovis. We'll go in order, 1 through 4, attacking this creature. Let's do the 2d6 here. And attack bonus +1. You actually don't use your ability score. You use your attack bonus. I used to use Maze Rats in the past, and I would actually use um, the relevant ability score. So strength for melee, dexterity for range. But we will follow the rule regarding attack bonus. So +1, he's going to use his bow, which is right here. So we're rolling. It's a standard weapon. It's not a heavy weapon, which gives you a +1. So rolling against the AC of 6 with the bow attack bonus +1. That's 5. That's a miss. The arrow flies by. Next is Finn. He's going to use, he has attack bonus of +1. Pretty much Clovis, Finn, and Silas have +1 attack bonuses. So Finn uses his longsword, which is a +1 plus attack bonus. So we have an extra 2. All right, so we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a difference of 4. So we're going to reduce his damage to 2. Okay. Now we have Silas. He's going to use his Warhammer Barbarian plus his attack bonus of 1, so he has 2 attack bonus, or 2 total bonus. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which kills the creature. And as a creature dies, 2 more spawn in its place. Like I said, this was deadly, so I will spawn 2 4s here, creatures. Next is Jasper. He's our magic user. He's not going to use a spell just yet, which the spell I rolled up based on the randomness of the magic system, which has been phenomenal, FYI. I will say it's called Summoning Blast. I will interpret that later, but we're going to use his staff. No bonus, no attack bonus. He's just rolling a straight attack. So whatever the die rolls. These creatures have an AC of, let's just say 4. Okay, that's obviously a hit, and he kills one of them. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm sorry. I'm going to say they have a AC of 6. So that's a difference of 2 of the 8 roll. So he's down to 2. All right, now the creature's attack. So this creature attacks the team. We'll roll. We'll see who is attacking first. Oh, Jasper, of course. All right, he's attacking Jasper. We'll say it's the one he just struck, so right here. Jasper has an armor AC of 7. 4, that's a miss. Okay, next is this creature. This creature is going to attack. Oh, I have to use a D4. I forgot. 3, that's going to be our barbarian, Silas. So this 4 will use his attack. And yikes, that's a 12. Okay, so I'm going to spend a Benny here and soak that hit to save Silas's life practically. That would have been a difference of 4, would have killed him. So we're spending a Benny to nullify all that damage taken, thus no damage. Now, on 2/6s, you can consider double damage, but I'm going to ignore that because, again, these characters are all level 1 characters, are practically based on Maze Rat's given HP for the start. These are level 0 characters. Now it's our team's turn. Okay, they are up to bat, and Clovis will attack first using his bow once again at a distance, rolling +1 attack bonus on this roll. And that's okay, that's definitely a hit. So that's 9 plus 1, that's 10. So that kills. I can choose either character really. Let's say it's just that's a difference of 3 compared to the AC of 6. Plus 1, that's 10. So that is 4 damage. So let's take out this one here, the full health. Okay. Finn is going to attack this remaining creature, whatever it is, using his longsword +1 and attack bonus of +2 on this roll. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's difference of 3, thus killing that creature. Okay, they are able to fend off whatever those were. So that was an encounter. We are done with that. Okay. Did these creatures drop any loot? Let's see. I have a loot die here. Small loot. Okay. So let's say it's 5 gold pieces per creature. So I will tally up this right here. 5. That's 15 for this one. Okay. 15 for this one. Each basically one is 15. And because it's small loot, I'm going to assume there's actually one actual item. And let's look at maze rats for regarding items. We have, I believe there is an area here where you can make items, treasure and equipment. So let's say this is going to be a small item, so a possible, not a treasure item, definitely not that. Let's say it is a worn item. So what I'll do is roll a d4 for whichever table and a d6 for the actual list, actual option. 3, 6. So that's going to be a hose. They're going to ignore that. Okay, moving on. Now they're going to choose, well, the only remaining door, this door here. Now, is this door trapped? Let's say the trap is in the next room. Okay, and they will approach cautiously now that they are noticing there are certain traps throughout this dungeon. Let's roll for the size of this room. This room will be, let's do a path first, a corridor. Small, let's do a L shape north here. Okay, they walk through this corridor. There's no encounter. There's no traps just yet, but it does lead to a bigger room. Let's do 2d6, 4 for the height, and 5 for the width. So that's good. So we have 5 here, 4, 5. This is a big room. 4 tall. Okay, here we go. All right, so as they enter this room, this is room 3. They're now in 3, so we'll put a 3 right here. This is the, how about this? Every odd number room has a trap. So there is a trap, but we're going to do we'll see if anybody notices it. So instead of just rolling a d4 to see who notices it, or d6, I guess it would be a d4, let's change things up a bit and roll a will save to see who spots it first. I will do, let's lower the threshold now that they're kind of used to the dungeon a bit. They've been here just perhaps for, 15, 20 minutes or so. Let's lower the difficulty threshold to 8. So we're doing a first one for Clovis. He's a thief, +1, and he's a thief, so we're giving him advantage. Oops, I will count the 2, or actually, the count the 2 doesn't matter. So he sees the trap. Okay. Next is Finn. Does he see the trap? 8 is the target. He does not. Silas has +1 willpower. He does see the trap. Okay. And ironically, Jasper does not, with a 4 total based on a +2. So Clovis will, and Silas, the two saw the trap. Clovis will attempt to disarm it using his willpower, will maintain the difficulty of 8. He's a thief rolling for advantage, taking away the 1 there. He's able to, that's a solid, that's a natural 10. He's able to disarm the trap. Okay, so it's not sprung. Check mark, that's done. Encounter though, which is practically every room, we will use our Oracle die. What do we get here? Medium encounter. Okay, so let's say there's two creatures in this room who are going to be AC. I think AC 6 is the standard for everybody. It's just the level of HP is the difficulty. So let's say it's 2 4s once again in this room. All right, let's do initiative roll to see who goes first. We'll do the 2d6. Let's use dexterity based on Clovis, our thief. Okay, we win that one naturally. All right, first up the bat is going to be Clovis. He's going to use, this time he's going to do close range combat, and he uses dagger. +1 attack bonus. That's 6, 7, so that's a difference of 1. So this creature here gets down to 3. Next is Finn. He will use his longsword +1 and attack bonus +1. So +2 on this roll. That's a 7, 8, 9. That's a difference of 3, thus defeating this creature first. And then next is going to be Silas, our barbarian, +2 total is Warhammer attack bonus, rolling for attack. 7, 8, 9, that's difference of 3, thus lowering this creature down to 1. Next is Jasper. We're rolling for attack. No attack bonus, flat roll. 7. Okay, that's difference of 1. He actually kills the creature. He's surprised. The staff goes right through the creature's heart and thus killing it. Okay, so our team was able to fend off those medium difficulty encounter. Okay, now door-wise, or loot. We gotta do a loot check, which I probably should do here. Loot. So basically, trap, encounter, loot. That's the step. That's my procedural approach for this. Traps are every odd number room. Loot check. Special item. Oh, that's gonna be treasure. That is gonna be treasure. So treasure is in the book here. I think I want to say in the back, page 15. Treasure item. Let's roll 2d6 as usual. That's table 2, item 3. A crown. Okay. So we have a crown and the trait. Table 3, choice 1, an altered crown. Okay, this will go to, let's see who has room in their inventory. Altered crown. So this would be, I think, suitable for Jasper. He likes the look of it. So altered crown. Interesting. So I wonder if it's magically enchanted. Is it? Let's ask the Oracle. Is this crown magically enchanted? No, it's not. It's just a regular crown. Okay, so it might be worth selling whenever we find a merchant just happen to be walking around these rooms. All right. All right, so we didn't draw any doors yet. Let's say there's a doorway to the left, a little at an angle here, and another door here. And then there's a door up in the middle. Let's say the team wants to, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the choice. All right, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to go to this door here. All right, this will be a smaller corridor. Goes straight, just one tile. The door is not trapped. This is room number 4, so no trap for this room. Just an encounter check here in a second, and then loot. All right, let's figure out the size of this room. Let's do 2d6 because we definitely have space to draw it. Wow, that's big. All right, so 6 tall, 4 wide. Let's start it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide. That's definitely a big room. Let's say there's columns in here, just to kind of give it some character. There we go. Let's actually draw this one on the opposite corner. All right, there we go. Just symmetrical, aesthetically pleasing. Now, encounter check. Let's see. Nay, there is no encounter, so we're good there. Okay, good. Loot check. What do we got? Nothing. This room is completely empty. Oddly silent. All right. So, let's see if there's a door. Let's roll up. How many doors are there? 2. There are 2 doors. Let's say there's a door here and a door here. Okay. The team will choose which door to do. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm choosing door 2. They're going north. Okay. This next room is room 5. This will have a trap. Jasper sees a pattern here. All right, so they're going to go up to here. Should write down this is room 4. Okay, there's going to be a small corridor like so, and then we'll do 2d4s for this room. It's 2 wide, 3 tall. So 2 wide. There is a door here. 2 wide, 3 tall, like so. This is room 5. Okay, as they enter this room, or before they enter it, who sees the trap? Let's use my other method of choosing who sees it. Let's do a D4. 1. Okay, Clovis, naturally, he sees it. So he's going to attempt to disarm the trap. This will be his advantage because he's a thief. +1 on willpower. We're going for 10. Okay, obviously he is successful in disarming the trap. Okay, trap has been disarmed. Now we roll for encounter. The encounter, let's roll our die here. There we go. Easy. Okay, so pretty harmless spiders, perhaps. Uh, let's say there is going to be 3 of them, but they are fairly simple to squash. So let's say they have 2 HP health for each, like so. We'll surround the team. Easy. So their AC will be lower. Let's say it's 4. They have 4 AC per. Okay. Let's roll for initiative plus dexterity 2 from Clovis. Ooh, yikes, they go first. All right, even though it's easy, they strike first. So this spider will strike after. Let's roll for it. Who's going to strike? Okay, Clovis, right where I was landing. All right, so the spider strikes first. No bonus for anything. 6, 7, 8. That's just a clash. All right, this next spider attacks Finn. No bonus, obviously 6. That's a miss. This third spider strikes Silas. Just going in order. 10. Silas takes 2. Hmm. Yep, that's a hit. Takes 2 damage. Uh-oh. Okay. Not so easy, actually. All right, next is our team's turn. Our party's turn. All right, first is going to be Clovis. He's using his bow. This room is just wide enough for a bow. So we're striking with a +1 attack bonus. 7, 8, 9, 10. He takes out clearly one of the spiders. And then next is Finn using his longsword +1 attack bonus. That's 2 dome bonus. All right, that's 11, 13. He easily takes out the other spider. And then Silas will go after the remaining spider. 4. There's a Warhammer of +1, so that's 5. And attack bonus 6, squashing the spider in that room. So they have successfully fended off uh, the Spider-Man trilogy movies there. And we'll see if there's loot. Rolling for loot. Uh, let's see. What do we got? Very small loot. So let's see what the loot was. I'm going to say it's a tool right here. There's actually a list of tools we can roll up. Let's say, okay, so table 5, item 1. It's a needle. We'll pass on that. Maybe the spider took up a hobby of arts and craft. So we'll ignore that. All right, now this room actually has no doors. So they will, let's go back to room 4. They will approach this door here. This will be room 6, which is a even number, meaning there is no trap. So this room is directly connected. There's no corridor. Let's do a d6 on 2d6 on the sides. Oh wow, it's pretty wide. So 4 tall, 6 wide. Let's start it here. So 4 tall. This is a huge room, which means it probably should have some characteristics, which I have not been going too heavily in for designing these rooms. Let's see. Maybe there is a river of lava, just to make it interesting. And there's a bridge right here. Lava just kind of goes right through it. It's molten lava, like so. There we go. Okay. And there's actually a another, not a door there. There's a door here. Okay. Now we have to roll for encounter. Is there something in this room? Whoops, that's our Denny's. Oh, let's before we do anything, let's heal up. So Jasper is our carry-on luggage. So we'll do a medicine for Silas. He heals up back to maximum, which is 4. And then let's see, that's 1 medicine down. And then our fighter, Finn, will heal up back to 4. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the maximums here. So do 4, 4, 4, and then 4. There we go. They're all healed up. Our team is healed, and Jasper's down to his last medicine, healing aid, potion, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is room 6, so I'll put a 6 in here. Encounter check. Let's roll for the Oracle. You know what? Actually, let's use our D100 this time. It's a bigger room. 75% chance there's an encounter here. Okay, there is. That 53 kind of, oh, I apologize. I typically use this, but you know what? Let's determine the degree, the threat level of these enemies. This is mm, a simple yes. So let's say there's 1 enemy here. So I will say it's a D5, 1 D5 individual who's in this room. Armor of 6, the usual. Okay, let's roll for initiative. The usual Silas +2. We go first. 5/4. Okay. Silas will go first with his total of +2. I'm sorry, +1 with the bow. Oh, that's a great hit. That's 12, an unnatural 12, which means it's damage of 6. Okay. The, wow, that's a hell of a hit. The bow goes straight through the whatever it is, the creature's head, thus killing it. Falls into the lava. And however, turns out that was actually an illusion. And there is a mystic in this room who pops up out of an illusion and is actually over here with a surprise attack at Clovis, I'm sorry. Clovis with a magical spell, just some kind of magic missile. We're rolling for attack. 6. Clovis is luckily able to dodge it, but now we have a new enemy in this room with same AC of 6, but 6 HP. So now it's going to be Finn's turn, rolling for attack. Longsword and attack bonus +2. That's 7, 8. That's going to be a difference of 2, thus reducing to 4. Next is Silas, our barbarian. Warhammer attack bonus +2 total. Oh, that's a fail. Okay, that's a miss. Remaining is Jasper, seeing a fellow magic user, this powerful mystic, well, street level mystic, is going to use his only spell of the day, and that's Summoning Blast. So, Summoning Blast, what it does, it's always up to the game master. Let's say it takes the lava, he shoots from the lava at the lava and attempts to blast the. I'm thinking of how this. I'm sorry, trying to think about how this spell would work. Maybe he tries to use the lava in the room to blast. That's, that sounds great. He tries to use the lava to blast at the mystic. So this will be an attack roll, but advantage because using his spell and he's a wizard, so +2 on this roll. I will tie it to his willpower, and that's a 10 total +2. That's 12. So he's able to cover the mystic in lava. that was a room environment effect, thus killing him. So that's a difference of obviously 6 total, thus killing him. Okay, that was a hell of a move, and he's been defeated. Okay, let's do a loot check as we're back in room 6. Let's say roll for loot. Special item. That does make sense. What is the special item? Let's get our item list and figure this out. So I'm going to say it is a possibly a potion. So we will roll up a potion here. Fill 2, item 2. Detect gold. Okay. So because we used that spell, I'm going to give the detect gold. Whoever drinks it is able to detect gold. Interesting. Let's give this to our thief. I think he's obviously the one who wants to find gold. Detect gold. It's a potion. All right, so he drinks it, and right after he drinks it, he senses a huge amount of gold in this direction to the north. So, I'm sorry, there is no north. There is nothing in that direction. Let's say it is actually in the room over here. He points to the west. He says he thinks there's a big pile of gold over here. So, did the mage drop any loot? Let's just roll that. Medium, large loot. Well, we rolled loot already. Let's say 20 gold pieces for the team per. So 35. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80 gold pieces total. So each character gets 35 gold. Okay, there we go. All right, good. So they point. Um, Clovis, after drinking the potion, temporarily had the ability to detect gold nearby. Points to the west. But does the team want to go in that direction? So here's what we'll do. Let's just do the usual D100 Oracle. Does the team want to go to the pile of gold or explore the room here? 75% chance they want to go towards the gold. Yes, that's a yes. They do. Okay, so they're going back to these rooms, and now they're at room 7. I forgot to mark. There was loot and there was a encounter. So 7. So we have to do a trap check here. Encounter and loot. All right, trap. There is a trap, so we have to. It's at the doorway. We have to disarm it, and that will be. Let's see who notices it first. Or you know what? Does anybody notice it at all? Let's do a team roll. I'm going to say 75% chance. They do. Okay. So who noticed it? 1. As usual, Clovis noticed it. Okay. He's going to attempt to disarm it as a thief, advantage +1 with willpower. Or let's use dexterity this time. I think dexterity would be more in theme. +2. So disarm, take away the 2 there. That's me difficulty. And let's say it's the I forgot to consider difficulty. I'm gonna re-roll for that because that's disqualifying. So difficulty of 8. All right, +2 on this roll, so that's gonna be 7, 8, 9. He's able to disarm it. Okay, thus it's been disarmed. No damage taken. All right, next is encounter. Do we have an encounter for this room? Oh, we need to actually make the size of the room here. Let's do a corridor that goes south like that, and then the size of the room: 5 wide, 3 tall. That's fine by me. 5 wide, so let's see, 3 tall, like so. Okay, this is going to be room 7. We have to roll for encounter now. Mark the 7 here. And where is it? Here it is. Encounter. Innocent. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there is going to be, hmm, innocent. You know what? Someone's in danger here. Okay, we noticed in the beginning that there was a captive prisoner, a commoner. So I used this before in a much earlier video. Basically, prison cells. So in the corner of each room of this room, there are prison cells of 4 commoners from the nearby village who've been captured. Maybe that's why our team is here. They've been paid to rescue these prisoners. That makes sense. And there's actually a doorway right here. So innocent. Okay, but which means, is there a guard in this room? Let's just use the Oracle die for this. Nay, there's not. Okay, so they're unguarded. Okay, so they're attempting to free each prisoner. So let's say, let's use this D4 as a indicator. Okay, silent. They all pick a cell to free based on their specialty. So Clovis will attempt to he'll attempt to pick the lock. He'll borrow a lock pick from somebody has lock picks. I know I rolled up earlier. I know I have lock picks here. I remember writing them down. I could be mistaken actually. Nope, there is no lock picks. Oh, yep, here it is. Okay, so Silas gives him a lock pick. Silas is down to 2 now. I thought he would come prepared as a thief, but I guess not. Maybe he forgot them at home. Okay, so we have the roll for as a thief advantage. He's trying to pick the lock. Let's say it's an old cell door, so difficulty of 6. Pretty simple. Yep, he's able to pick the lock. Okay, so he frees the first captive commoner. Okay, next is Finn. He's going to just attempt to break the lock with his weapon. I think this would be easy, so 6 difficulty. With his longsword, yeah, longsword +1 bonus, a weapon. No attack bonus, just a +1. Or we could use strength. Trying to consider the challenge here. So Barbarian, I know, will use his brute strength, not his weapon, just to show off. So let's use a weapon bonus, attack bonus for this one. So 6 is the goal. 3, 4, 5. That's a fail. He's not able to free the commoner. The lock is pretty sturdy. We'll come back to him in a second. Actually, he does have a metal file. Let's roll again. He decides to use a metal file. That'll give the advantage, but no bonus, no other bonus, just advantage roll. 6 is the goal. 5, 6, 7, based on that 3. So thus he's able to free that prisoner with that item assist. So let's erase that prisoner's icon right there. Now it is Barbarian. He just uses brute strength to break the lock off. Advantage because he's a barbarian. And +2 on the roll, but 8 difficulty. So he's successful and able to break the lock. Thus he frees this prisoner. Okay. Next is Jasper. Jasper, let's see what he has. A staff, enchanted rope, the altered crown. The crown, I have an idea here. He has oh, I'm sorry. No, I can't. The crown is not magically enchanted. However, we have our little bennies, these chips. I'm going to spend and alter the story, the item. The crown is enchanted, so I'm going to put a star here. The crown allows him to command, uh, basically, with the crown, he can, uh, with telekinesis, command the lock to open with the crown, so open any door he wants. So he uses the crown. It makes sense because the crown says altered, so perhaps it is magically enchanted. So that makes just trying to make sense with the story hack we just used. So he uses the crown to we have to roll for it though. Standard 6. Let's do 6. But 3 and then +2 on the willpower. So removing the D4, that's a success, 10 naturally. Okay. He commands the lock to open, and the door opens up, the prison door cell door, and the team tells them, party shows them where to escape freely, and they are free. Okay. Now they're at the uh, room 8 here. So no encounter, loot. Let's roll to see if there's loot here. Let's roll for loot. Small, medium small. Okay, probably a couple items. Let's say there's 2 items here. Let's say there's a weapon using the usual Mazerap's booklet. Okay, weapon, table 2, roll 4, item 4. A flail, we'll pass on that. And then let's say there's a book. Table 1, conspiracies. Jasper has no room in his inventory to take it, so he jokingly gives it to the barbarian. Silas says, "What does this do?" And he will keep the book. So I'll put book. Let's write down book here and conspiracies. Maybe it's about QAnon. So let's continue. And now they're room 8. This is an even number, so there's no loot. We had loot there. There's no trap. All right, so let's do encounter check and then loot. The size of the room will be right next to it, but because we're near the edge of the map, let's do 2d4s for the size. This is a dead end room, so there's no other connected to it, no other connection to it. So 4 wide, 2 tall. So, okay, let's just say it is going to be 3, just for keeping it even size. Okay, there we go. This is room 8. All right, they're in room 8. Encounter check. Oh, sorry, that's loot. Here's encounter check. No encounter. Okay, surprised. But uh, let's see on the loot table. What do we got? Medium loot. Okay, another. Let's see what we can spring up. Let's say there is a gem that our thief will take without even negotiating or discussing with his team. And there is going to be a worn item also. Let's roll up the worn item. Table 3, option 3, a gown. Interesting. Okay, they'll obviously ignore that, but that might hint as to who is here. So that's the end of that room. They go back to room 3, and perhaps they are looking for the boss of this dungeon. So there is a room to the north here. Let's roll up a d6. This will be room 9. 9 is an odd number, so that gives us a trap. Encounter and loot. So basically tell for every odd number. Okay, there will be a corridor and then a doorway which is trapped. The size of the room, let's roll for it. 6'5", that's pretty big. So we'll do it's 5 wide, 6 tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just go to the tip, so that's 5. It's a perfect square. This room is room 9. Okay. And I have an idea here. As they're in the corridor, who notices the trap first? I'm assuming it's going to be Clovis. Nope, Jasper actually sees it this time. All right. So Jasper is in charge of trying to disarm it. He doesn't have any items to help, so there's no advantage here. Difficulty, however, will be actually 8. But he has a willpower of +2, so that's going to be 4, 5, 6, unfortunately. That's a fail. Okay, so he can't do it. Silas volunteer or the trap because he failed. If he did fail on ones, I would probably let the trap sprung. So Clovis is going to volunteer attempt, but I think if Clovis went first, it would allow him to do advantage. I will not include his willpower bonus, just advantage because he's a thief. 8 gets exact. Oh, yep, a 9. He gets it. It'll disarm it. So disarms the trap, and now the door opens to reveal room 9. Encounter. Let's roll for encounter. Deadly. This makes sense. I'm thinking this is the final boss based on my timing here of the video. Okay, so here's what we got. We have a tier 6. So this guy will be. Let me get a. Let's write down the details here. This is the big bad. Let's call him that. The big bad. His HP is obviously the die itself, but his AC is going to be 8, similar to our heroes. And then he has 2 minions who are probably going to be lower level. Let's say they're 4s. They're guardians of his. This is the big bad. I mean, there's 2 tier 4s enemies here. So come little throne room, self-proclaimed leader of this dungeon. We have an encounter. All right, we roll for initiative. This might be a deadly fight. We might lose a character or two. We're using dexterity bonus from Clovis, +2 on this roll. Oh, nice. We get initiative and then some. With that roll, that's 6. I'm going to give an extra Benny to the whole team, the team's pot. Okay, so Clovis goes first. He's going to attack with his 2d6 and the bow because he's from a distance. Attack bonus of 1. Oh, fail. That's not going to do anything. Oh, I'm sorry. The AC of the minions is, let's say, 6. AC 6. There we go. Forgot about that. That's a miss. The bow just hits the side. All right. Next is going to be Ben. Longsword. He's attacking with a +2 total bonus. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That hits the AC of the big bad, but does it actually hit? I think the minion is going to take the blow. So that's 10 difference of 4. So he sacrificed himself to protect his boss. He's been defeated. The minion's taken out. All right, next is a barbarian. Warhammer and attack bonus +2 on this roll. 8, 10 total, and that's going after the boss. But again, the other minion steps in the way to take the hit. That's difference of 4, thus killing the minion again. Then Jasper, what exactly is he going to do against this big boss, big bad? He has a staff. Well, he's going for it. So he's a staff and no bonus roll. What? Okay, so I did not expect that. A perfect roll. I don't do double damage or anything, so that's 12. No attack bonus, so that's a difference of 4. The boss takes a hit down to 2. Attack, let's see, AC of 8. Yep, so down to 2. But he has a special ability as the boss, and let's actually figure out what this ability does. Let's see, what table should we use to indicate the special ability? I'm trying to find it for characters. Let's say it's a magical ability. And I'm trying to find the magic in this book here, and I think it's before treasures and monsters. Gosh. All right, here we go. Magic. So when he reaches a certain threshold of his HP, which is obviously low right now, it basically kicks in a magic ability that I have an idea that conjures spikes in the ground or is able to disorient the team. Okay, let's just say that. He's able to disorient the team, meaning this will basically be a penalty on every roll for the team moving forward for the remaining for the remaining time of the combat. -1 roll for everything. So it's his defense ability. But now he's going to attack. So he attacks with 2d6 against, let's see, who's he going to attack? Two. That's going to be our fighter. So Finn, who's kind of a leader. Clovis has been kind of taking charge here, but this is after Finn. Oh, and let's say attack bonus here, we give him a little boost, is actually +1. So +1 on the roll, 8, +1 is 9. So that's 1 HP down for the fighter. Okay? All right. Next is our team. Clovis is up. He attacks with his bow. Attack bonus of 1. Oh, that's a fail, 3. Okay, next is Finn the fighter. Total attack bonus of longsword 2. 6, 7, 8. That's a clash with his AC. Next is Silas with his Warhammer. Total +2 bonus in his roll. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's difference of 2. Thus, defeating, but he actually is only going to take 1 hit as he is enraged. I'm basically spending a Benny. Didn't mention it, but I'm going to spend a Benny to revive. But he was defeated, but he comes back. But now he is at a lower AC of 6. It's kind of like a last stand ability. So I am giving him some potential here, and he loses his attack bonus. So he's still alive. Let's say he heals half, so he's at 3. But he lost his AC of 8, now he's down to 2. Okay, now it's Jasper's turn with the staff, attacking 6. That's an unfortunate clash. Now it's back to uh, the big bad. He's going to attack. Oh, Finn again. Okay, so attack and no attack bonus. Oh, 12. Yikes. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I'm going to spend a Benny to soak that. So he's safe for now, but that would have been a kill for Finn. So he soaks that. But because I'm spending a Benny, I'm going to allow the big boss to attack again. 3. This will be after the barbarians. So Silas. 5. Okay, that's safe. Shoot, I forgot about the -1 penalty I had on the whole team. Okay, I'll remember that now. All right, now we're back to Clovis. He's attacking. -1. So attack bonus of 1, but it's not considered. So 7. That's a difference of 1 on his current AC of 3. Okay, now it's down to 2. Back to Finn. -1, so he only 1 plus a bonus on this. That's 7, 8, 9. That's a difference of 3. Thus defeating 7, 8. Yep. Thus defeating the big bad. Okay, collapses to the ground. I'll mark an X here. That was an encounter. Defeat the minions and the big bad. Loot check. Of course there's loot. Let's do a general loot check, but there's definitely going to be a loot for the boss. Okay, so we have 2 loots. We basically have medium loot and a major. We have medium small loot and a major loot for base dropped off by the boss. Treasure will be the following. Let's see, table 2. You know what? Yeah, we'll go about it this way. Table 2, option crown, another crown. Let's re-roll. I don't want to do redundancy like that. Table 6, line 3. Spyglass. Oh, okay. And its traits 6-1. So table 1 consumable. An eyeglass. That's odd. Let's re-roll. 4-4. No, these are not making much sense here. So I do like the spyglass concept. So the spyglass, Finn will take it. Spyglass. It is made of solid gold. Let's put this in parentheses here. The brackets, gold. And then let's say they find a weapon based on the other roll. Let's roll for it here. 2, 3. So table 2, a dagger. Okay. This will give 2 daggers for Clovis. And they also find, let's just say, 50, 50, 50. Let's say they have 200 gold pieces, so 50 each. So 85 gold total for each character. 85 gold. Just gonna sit in the corner in a chest. And I am actually correcting myself for a mistake and oversight from earlier. If we recall, one of our characters, Clovis, consumed the potion that allowed him to detect gold, and I was supposed to have the gold be here, but I forgot about it completely. So this will be the gold that he detected earlier, just to kind of tie up some loose ends. And there you go. He defeats the boss, and they have cleared out that room. So now the remaining room, they are going to either leave, but do they want to explore the last room? 25% chance. They're worn out. They don't. Okay. So they're going to leave the dungeon and retrieve their payment for successfully cleaning out 500 gold pieces total. So let's say they split it up 4 ways. Let's see here. So 125 gold pieces total for each character. I will do the math later, but basically just adding that to their stock. And there you go. They've been paid by the quest giver on accomplishing the dungeon clearing out. So that's it. That was the full dungeon crawl. I don't know what to call it. I don't know. I will type in a title here soon. But if you guys liked it, I can reuse these same 4 characters in another adventure. They do level up, so let's do that while we're still recording. Let's see. They have 3 based on the maze rats rules. Let's say. All right, we have they showed up the game, overcame a difficult challenge, the boss. It was somewhat challenging. I probably could have made it a little tougher. I probably could have killed off one of the characters, to be honest with you, but I, again, kind of cheated. I think next time I won't use bennies. I kind of let them have it easy in this first game. They overcame the difficult challenge, so 3 XP total for each character. So that's 5, I believe. Yep. So 5 XP. Let's draw here. 5, 5, 5 XP, 5 XP. Okay, good. Now, on that, they can level up to level 2. Each one levels up to level 2. All right, level 2, level 2, level 2. Okay, and then basically they get +2 maximum health. All right, so 6, 6, go, and then +1 to an ability bonus. Okay, that's great. So for Clovis, definitely going to be dexterity. Let's put 3 here. +3. Then we have +1 more for strength for Finn. So he's at 3 there. We have +1 for Silas for strength. It's funny, he's the wiser one. All right, and then Jasper will do +1 for willpower. So kind of their best traits are be improving them even more. There you go. That's all we can do. Next one is pick 1 attack bonus given the path or gain a spell slot. All right. Oh yeah, and we have to roll up a spell for our to replace for Jasper, the one he spent. He only has 1 spell slot right now. So let's roll up a new spell. Basically, it's this table here. Let's roll this one as well here. So 6-4, which is 6-4 here. A physical effect plus a ethereal element. So physical effect, 2-5, enveloping, enveloping, and then the physical effect. Sorry, yes, an ethereal element. Okay, that's going to be over here. 3-6, negation. Interesting. Okay, there we go. That's his new spell for the next adventure. I will keep these character sheets here. I might upgrade the sheets to an actual larger paper, unless we do another dungeon dive, etc. So dungeon crawl. But in any event, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. It was refreshing just to do, again, something simple, basic. And this last room, unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to explore. As always, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.